Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Mother's House Podcast, and I am DESHAUN.
What is going on, family? This is your other brother, Correel. What's going on with my cousin? What up, family?
Hey, what's good? How's everything going? Everything's good on this end. How's everything going with you?
Same thing here. Everything's copacetic. No problems, no worries. Just keep striving, keep on building, you know?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
have you been checking out the latest things in the news? Well, one thing that happened with Atlanta, real quick, when to kind of slide this in, because this is like new news. Atlanta is...
Hold on, Mother's House exclusive.
I know, right? Exclusive. Atlanta is joining a lot of cities around the country and decriminalizing marijuana for an ounce or less. I believe it's going to be an up to $75 fine, which is like really cheap nowadays. I just had a damn traffic ticket for $200, so. And then all I did was run a red light. Shit. But that's neither here nor there.
That's how it kind of is when you have like a listening to other weed, like running a red light.
Well, yeah, but still, but that's neither here nor there. But right before they I don't know if it passed yet. I know the city council approved it, and now I think Kasim Reed just has to like give the official sign it or whatever. But or he could veto it, but he probably not gonna veto it. I know before this it was like $1,000. It was a fine of up to $1,000, and you can get to up to 6 months in jail too, just for having less than an ounce of freaking weed.
And the question is, it reigns in my mind with all this decriminalization, like they speak, decriminalization of marijuana, reducing it down to just fines and eventually becoming smoke-free states. What's that going to do for the benefit and all the money lost to these black men who are incarcerated over marijuana? You know what I'm saying?
What do you think should happen? Do you think like people who spent time in jail for marijuana or had a fine or something for marijuana, what do you think those people should get if this law is to pass?
They should actually get some percentage in the marijuana proceeds in the marijuana industry that's booming and fostering, blowing up in the Colorados and all over the place. There's all these dispensaries are popping up at.
Right.
They should get some kind of ownership or some kind of shareholder, some proceeds from. Because, at the end of the day, you're locking these men up for these laws to benefit counties and state revenue. That's basically what they're using these inmates for money.
Right.
And they lock all these black men up, breaking up black homes, and now when they come out, they can't really find a job. They need some kind of compensation.
I agree. But what do you think should happen to Atlanta? And that's one thing they said on the radio now. It's not all of Metro Atlanta. It's just the city of Atlanta.
Yeah,
so as soon as you drive down the street and try to smoke some weed or something.
As soon as you hit what is it? Sandy Springs area.
Sandy Springs, Cobb County, Dunwoody, Decatur.
You hit up Decatur.
College Park, East Point, Douglasville, Smyrna, any other area.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe they should reimburse people all the fines. They should at least reimburse them.
And let them free, because they still got mothers still locked up in Colorado and all the other states holding them on marijuana charges.
Right. So yeah, they should.
You know what I'm saying? They should be let go. Charges be dropped. Should be expunged from their record so they can be able to find employment. You know what I'm saying?
And then in Atlanta, it's still going to be illegal. It's just going to be a fine, a $75 fine.
Yeah, it's still going to be illegal. So that's me speaking on the grand scheme when they get rid of, making it legal for people to smoke weed.
Right.
Like my cousin, I got a cousin. He had diabetes real bad. Not going to put too much business out there, but he had to take, what's the THC that's in marijuana? He got to smoke weed to manage his illness.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? But he can't find work because he had to take THC. That's a whole nother thing. The employment industry, are they going to follow suit behind this because more people won't indulge? Like, I wonder what's going on in Colorado.
That's a great question.
Because like I'm thinking about my cousins, because he cannot work. They will not hire him because he will have THC in his bloodstream.
Well, in Colorado, weed is free. I mean, weed is legal, like real legal.
Yeah.
So they can't be having no blood tests and talking about or drug tests or whatever tests and talking about something you got weed in your system.
From what I heard from my nephew who lived in Colorado, they definitely test you for THC, for weed in your system. Still, even if you're trying to get employment, like regular employment.
Oh, that's just not fair.
Yeah, it's not. It's stupid.
Right. It's legal. Why does it matter what I do? Like,
you know, now if it's like I'm on a job and I was smoking on the job, that's one thing, but you know what I'm saying? If I'm home, minding my own business, I'm chilling. I want to blaze up real quick.
right.
Well, I'm feeling sick. I have a real serious illness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a lot of pain. I need to try to numb some of that pain with THC, which is not a hardcore, narcotic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's different.
You gotta watch that weed too. See, when these people legalize weed and they get a hold of it, they start to make all types of bad weed, and you don't know what's gonna happen. So, to all those people who smoke weed or want to try weed, I think you should still continue going to the weed man.
Yeah, for real, because you don't know what you get yourself into, man.
Right.
Because they experiment just like with the food industry. I remember back in the day with McDonald's. Now, McDonald's never been good for you, but the food had better quality food, right?
Right.
I don't know what year when it switched over and everything became more processed, and not like today, everything, just damn near every fucking thing. You can go to the grocery store, every damn thing is processed. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as they get figured out they can make money, and if they can make money quicker by making cheaper or unhealthy, unnatural stuff quicker, then they can make proceeds on, they're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do that.
Right. And then the effects are going to be felt on your body. So,
on your body, on your life, on your family lives. You know what I'm saying?
So it's almost like they experimenting.
And they're doing that with the weed. I know one person who smoked a joint, and he got it from a dispensary, and that shit had him fucking bugging, pulling guns out on his baby and his white woman. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard a couple of stories of people smoking that synthetic weed or quote unquote legal weed and having really, really bad reactions.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful. You're probably better off going to the weed man and grow out in the backyard or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to the plug.
Yeah, shout out to the plug, and watch out for that weed.
Watch out for that weed, man. But so that's interesting that they trying to decriminalize it in the state of, in the big city, Atlanta, in Fulton County.
No, just Atlanta, not Fulton County, at City of Atlanta. You're gonna have people coming down here.
Fulton County, just
City of Atlanta. People will come out here and go to College Park, East Point, Fairburn, Sandy Springs, Alpharetta, and think they can smoke. And they can't. It's City of Atlanta. City of Atlanta.
So basically, y'all can blaze up in 5 points. That's about it.
Y'all can blaze up downtown, midtown, Buckhead, Bankhead, East Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta city limits.
Atlanta city limits.
West End, not City of Atlanta, not College Park. College Park is its own city.
College Park is its own city.
Y'all go to West End though. Swipes, Cascade. Yeah. College Park close to all them, so you can just drive up the street. Shit.
Yeah. Hey man, what y'all about to do? I'm about to go to West End, blaze up real quick.
Right. I mean, but and it's still a $75 fine, so it's like.
Hey man, so they gonna get their money out of it, so.
But I guess it's a turn in a good direction.
I guess I still, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, the progress is too slow for these young brothers and sisters that's been incarcerated over marijuana charges. It's too slow for the broken family because of behind these marijuana charges. RICO charges. You know what I'm saying? These nonviolent offenders getting locked up over marijuana, and now they're making it illegal so they can make profit off of it.
Right, yeah, I totally understand that. I do. I get it.
Yeah. That's my biggest issue with the whole, I'm down for the policy changes. I'm cool with it, but it need to be coincide with the policies, what's going on with the inmates and what's going on with those who are incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? And the people who lost money or losing money because they was incarcerated behind this.
Right. They should get some type of reparation for it, huh?
Yeah, something. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of compensation.
Right.
And if not compensation, an opportunity to get a job.
Oh, their record could be clean. Yeah.
That too. Their record should be clean. That's like should be a given. That's been like the number one part of the conversation.
Right.
In the politics rooms. You know? You know.
Well, that's what's up. But what else is going on?
So, I know everybody talking about what happened in Las Vegas.
Right. That was a tragic incident.
So, you know, rest in peace to all those who lost their lives. And peace and light to their families. You know, we at the Mother House Podcast, we always shine off a positive light. You know what I'm saying? We want to push positivity as much as we can, and we do touch on, you know, serious issues, but at the same time, we do it all out of love. And that's what the purpose of Mother's House. Mother's House is a place of love. You know what I'm saying? So everything we say is coming out of a place of love. Even if it's something that may offend you, it's coming from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with all love and seriousness, you know, that whole incident is tragic. It's crazy. You know, people already calling it, some people, you know, got YouTube channels right now saying, oh, it's a hoax.
They think everything a hoax.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. God forbid anything happen to any of their, you know, anyone else family like this, but not every damn thing is a fucking hoax. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Come on now. So, DESHAUN, give us a breakdown of what happened. Because I know it, I just don't know it well enough to break it down in a proper sense. So, this happened during a concert.
Okay, so in Las Vegas, it was this country concert, and somebody shot all these people from outside a hotel window. He was like way up. I forget what story. I think like maybe 32nd.
I think it was 32 story.
Yeah.
On the 32nd floor.
32nd, yeah. And he basically shot people, kind of like execution style, just shooting everywhere. He injured like over 500, over 50 people died. But I heard somebody say that when they went inside the hotel, somebody was shooting too.
Oh, for real?
So I don't know. I don't know if it's some stuff that we don't know yet, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they heard gunshots and didn't know
where it was coming from.
Then I heard a lot of people say that when they first heard the gunshots, they thought it was like a helicopter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy, man. You know, a lot of people saying that the whole incident. When I first heard about it, because I heard about it yesterday, I didn't hear about it on Sunday when the actual incident took place. Because brother been, you know, rebelling against the cable companies. But when I first heard about it, you know, I heard that guy was an ex-cop, allegedly. Is there any truth to that? Have you thought anything of that nature?
I believe he is. I don't really know his background like that.
Okay, see, so they didn't really break down, you know, his where he's from, basically, who he is, really. All I know, he got a damn jet. That's all I know.
And then they say, like more and more stuff is coming out as time goes on. Now they say he wired some money to this lady in the Philippines. It's just weird. It's weird and mysterious. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And he sent like tens of thousands of dollars to this lady in the Philippines.
Wasn't that his girlfriend? I knew his girlfriend was like Filipino or Asian, some kind of Asian descent. And she left the country before the whole incident started. And It's a lot of rumors like she left him. There's so many different things, reason why this guy did it.
So I think
but
that was his girlfriend.
This is what I don't like about how the media portraying it.
And he was 62. He was old as hell.
Yeah, he was old as fuck. This old dusty ass cracker. Old dusty white dude. So this is the issue that I have with how the media is portraying it. They have to label anybody who's non-white a terrorist. But they will not label this guy or this incident a terrorist attack. Even if it's attacking their own, majority white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Still won't label this guy a terrorist. The man dead. He killed himself. What his harm is going to do when what he did blatantly was a terrorist attack. Terrorizing a large group of people.
Right.
Why is the media so anti-labeling white men terrorists?
I wonder what goes in the person's head when they shoot people. Because he was rich. I know money doesn't buy you everything, but I mean, he was rich. He had a girlfriend.
And you know what? For white men, I think it could be something as simple as him losing a little bit of power.
To kill all the people?
From a job. Lost. All right, auntie, see y'all later. So it could be anything from losing a large sum of money. It could be simple as him losing his wife. For white males, if they feel like they don't have a certain amount of power or their power being driven away, they snap. They go crazy. They just retarded. Look at what they doing now in the country. You know what I'm saying? Look how white males act right now during the country. With the whole during the Obama years. Look at them now with Trump in office. Look at our situation right now. White males are acting crazy. We females too, but we focus on this crazy white man right now.
ISIS was claiming him too. They said he had converted to Islam within the last couple of months.
I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. I think ISIS, anything trying to happen in America, they're gonna try to claim ownership of it because they in cahoots with the CIA government and all that bullshit. So, I don't listen to like the Alex Jones, the conspiracy theorist people and their theories on what's really going on. They be on some bullshit. Like sometimes I think conspiracies is to misdirect people.
I think sometimes they just don't know what they're talking about.
The what?
Sometimes they just don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly, period. They don't know what they're talking about, and they are used to misdirect people from really seeking out the truth. Like same thing with Kanika Jenkins' whole situation. That whole story and how everything unfolded.
Right. Everybody just started making a video, because that's what I hate about YouTube. Everybody is like a journalist now. So everybody with a phone is a journalist. So everybody making videos. Everybody giving their synopsis. And these people be getting followings and don't really be knowing what they be talking about.
You get people who they're on social media is a platform, giving yourself a platform for your own personal soapbox. You remember back in the day, all the people used to get on their soapbox. Even Malcolm X did it. Martin Luther King. Everybody can have their own personal soapbox. Only certain people can gravitate and move people. Now everybody trying to do it, and you probably move 1,000 here, maybe get 1,000 views or something like that. But still at the same time, do you really know what the fuck is going on? Do you really understand the significant things that's happening right now? Or you just running your mouth trying to come up with solutions, things, ideas that's in your head and just trying to kind of capture on, people's emotions. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to tap into people's emotions to fill up your pockets.
Right.
Sometimes I think these people are not genuine in what they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
I think more than not genuine, I think a lot of people just think they know and don't know. And and they just like to talk and like to hear themselves talk, or they just feel like somebody give them a thumbs up or something. They feel like that's the green light to go ahead and pursue this, career as some type of real life journalist when they really ain't supposed to be doing that. But also, a little bit more about Stephen Pallet. They said his father was a career bank robber, and he was on FBI's top 10 list. That's
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, his father, Benjamin Hoskins Paddock, was a career bank robber and was on the FBI top 10 most wanted list between 1969 and 1977.
So I wonder where he got all this money from.
Probably from that shit.
From that.
And they say he used to gamble a lot too. I mean, but you need money to gamble a lot, so.
Yeah, you do need money to gamble a lot. It's just crazy, man. It could be, and one thing could easily snap him off is him losing on at a gamble table. You know what I'm saying? Losing everything. You know what I'm saying? It could be something simple as that. There's no telling what goes in the mind. We probably will never find out what went in the mind of Paddock's mind to want to shoot down a whole bunch of people, gun down a whole bunch of people. But I still can't stand the narrative of what the media is portraying, that they are afraid to call this a terrorist incident. They call the man a terrorist. I have another issue where, they saying this was like the worst mass shooting in America. Tulsa, Oklahoma was a badass shooting. One of the worst mass shootings in America, where over 3,000 black people got killed and murdered. You know what I'm saying?
Also, with the whole mass shooting thing.
Arlington, Oklahoma, where a lot of black people, over 1,000 black people was killed and murdered in the streets.
With the mass shooting thing, so this is my thing. I feel like every year they say it was the worst mass shooting.
They do.
I feel like it's a mass shooting every year, and every year they claim that mass shooting is the worst mass shooting. It doesn't matter how many people died. They just always say it's the worst mass shooting of all time. I think they just say that just to say it.
It's a buzzword. It's a quick link. Kind of like how this sister wrote, "Black men are terrorists." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Something to quickly click on and take a look at. You know?
It's crazy how it's remember Columbine? It was they were sending people home early from school and
they sent y'all home. They sent us home too. I'm we're in Colorado. Yeah, but it's going to be splinter cells out here I think I was in elementary or middle school, something like that.
It was a long time ago.
I know I was young as fuck when Columbine happened. Yeah,
it was big news, unheard of. And now when you hear shit, you just be like, oh damn, that's sad.
Yeah. Are we desensitized to it?
I think we're adults.
Yeah, we are adults to it. Now, a lot of people were saying, watching the video, because I saw the video of the shooting. Very disturbing, man. I ain't got to see that. I'm glad I ain't the person, because I was checking out Thought Crimez. Shout out to them again. And shout out to Yvette Cardell, because she touched on it recently. I think she did. Was it her or Boyce Watkins? One of them. They touched on that as well. But I was watching the video, and people was saying, why they ain't move? Why they just standing there? Because be quite honest, you don't know what will you be doing if you never been in a gunfight or in a gun shootout. You know what I'm saying? You might freeze up and be like, only thing I can really do is duck. And then somebody shooting down on you? Where the fuck you want to go? What you going to do? Try to run it?
I mean, they probably didn't even know where the bullets were coming from.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, that's crazy. And I saw one thing on, I think it was on CNN. This lady said it was a Mexican guy that shot people. Yeah, I saw that on CNN. On an Instagram post, somebody posted from CNN. I'm like, what the fuck? And white people. I'm like, man, come on, man. Take ownership of what's going on. You got white males feeling like they losing power and they going fucking crazy. That's what the fuck we seeing.
You think that's what it is?
I think it's more to it than just that, but that's what we're seeing. This is not the only incident we're going to see. I know that. It's not the only incident we're going to see. Some people blame Trump. Some people blame Trump and his rhetoric fostering the hatred in America. Brushing the hatred in America. When I say the hatred of America being fucking here, y'all just really getting to see it.
Do you think it has anything to do with guns, with gun control? Do you think if guns were if we had stricter gun laws, this could have been avoided?
I think if you have stricter gun laws, you gonna have what it called police occupation in every black neighborhood, every neighborhood. For that fact, when you have stricter like they take away all guns, I think that's stupid and reckless to be taking away everybody's guns. But I think they need to have stricter gun laws for people with mental illness. You know what I'm saying? I think like you should get, you should be, cleared to be able to carry a firearm, and you shouldn't have no damn firearm where you can shoot 50 or 500 people. You shouldn't have that much weaponry in your home. Like, what the fuck
right,
you doing?
like,
what you playing for?
Are you in the Army?
You're in the Army? What the fuck you doing all that for?
Right. So,
well,
somebody said this in on the meme, and they were like, Australia. Did you ever see that meme? Because Australia has really strict gun laws. Because back in 19 whatever, they had a mass shooting, so they had a gun revolution, and they like got rid of a lot of guns off the street, and they haven't had a mass shooting since.
But this is the thing, because we have such a diverse group of people in America, and the people who they will attack and say get the guns off the street, they ain't going after white folks. They ain't going after that white man who shut up all them people. That type of guy. They're going after the black folks.
But also you have to remember that they give the guns to the black people.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Black people ain't manufacturing guns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Black people ain't manufacturing guns, but you gotta also put in context. But if they're taking away the guns, who they coming for first? Black men and black women. Every human being have the right to be able to hold a firearm and be able to defend themselves in America.
But should you have a machine gun in the hotel though?
No. Like that's another that whole free carry state bullshit is kinda out of hand a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Free to carry.
Open carry.
Open carry. Why do you need a firearm in the hotel room? The fuck? Why do you need a machine gun? And he ain't just had one machine gun in that hotel. They said he found a whole bunch of rifles and shit in his damn hotel room.
How you even get them in there?
Like, probably easy. He probably just had it in a Ziploc bag with a coat hanger and just came right on in there. They ain't got no medical detector to detect them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Probably ain't hard for him to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, how he got him in there, he even just went through the back door and just asked somebody, hey, carry this upstairs. Oh, he bought in there with them right around his shoulder going upstairs with him. You never know.
I mean, I guess hotels don't have metal detectors.
So, the whole thing is, man, to try to prevent these situations, these mass shootings, it is having stricter gun laws. It will help. But like I said, don't try to impede on people's rights to defend themselves. Because, when they start talking that bullshit, I know for a fact, I think of what they try to do with the Black Panthers and trying to strip their guns from them. You know what I'm saying? And how they strip the guns from them. You know what I'm saying? By incorporating drugs into the community. By implementing stricter and harsh gun laws against black people and causing them to go in prison with harsher sentences for carrying firearms than white counterparts. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hit black people harder.
So what do you think should happen?
What do I think should happen?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think, gun laws need to definitely happen, but they need to have more. We need to focus more on mental health.
But what if he didn't show any signs of mental?
He showed some damn signs of mental health. Motherfuckers just wasn't paying attention to it. When a person want to shoot 500 people,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Over 500 people, he has signs of mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that's the only reason he's mentally ill, so he should be dismissed by that. Nah, I ain't talking in a legal sense. I'm talking in gun rights sense. Like, we need to have stricter laws for people with mental health. They need to validate people who got guns, who are registered, are mentally able to carry and responsible to carry a firearm. You dig what I'm saying?
So maybe the law can get stricter in who gets guns, and they can do like more. But what if you can pass that test though? I don't know.
They can.
I guess it's a loophole through everything. I guess is what I'm saying.
Be a loophole. He got money. All he probably had to do was pay somebody and be like, "Hey, let that shit go through."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a way around everything. Yeah.
There's a way around every fucking thing. So, I mean, one, you know, you gotta. I don't know how you can prevent that kind of this whole situation. How you prevent mass shooting? I ain't an expert on none of this shit. To be quite honest, this is just me speaking off the top of my ass. I don't know nothing as far as the policy and regulation in Las Vegas, Nevada, as far as gun rights. I don't know the policies here in America, but definitely check out African Americans Rifle Responsible Firearms Organization. Definitely check them out. I'll show a link to the description. They based out of Atlanta and they all over the country. Black organization, black rifle, black ownership, black gun ownership organization. They got a lot of information as far as, your rights to firearm, protecting yourself, how to use the firearm responsibly, what your rights are when you get pulled over, how to address police officers. They go through the whole nine on that organization website and through his classes to the brother that created it classes. So definitely check out Afro. But I just think this whole situation is very tragic. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their loved ones just by going to a event. And this you gotta keep in mind, this is not a rap concert where they like to portray, black people when we get in concerts, like, they love to highlight what's the brother that got locked up for it? That rapper just recently, Cat Stone got locked up for it. You know what I'm talking about, Shawnee?
No, what he do?
The shooting at the club back in, I want to say a year ago or 2 years ago. What's that rapper name? The one they say he's the new Tupac. What is his name?
Young Thug?
No, not Young Thug. He's a New York rapper. Sean, you know what I'm talking about? With Jack Stone and what is dude name, man?
I would know if you wouldn't have said that.
You wouldn't know. I'm about to look it up, but like a lot of club shootings happen in black neighborhoods. They like to highlight those or talk about those things. But they love to skim over and scapegoat these white men who go crazy and shoot up like churches, to shoot up, movie theaters, shoot at fucking crowds.
You talking about Troy Ave? Troy Ave? Troy Ave. Yeah, the Troy Ave situation. Like the Troy Ave situation, how they highlighted that whole situation. Like black people don't, they can't, our rappers can't go to that club no more because they fear of shootouts and people dying and people getting killed. And granted, that situation was tragic because somebody did get shot and somebody did get killed. But at the same time, black people don't go doing mass shootings like that. Last time we heard, and I ain't saying that never happened, I'm just saying that's not the norm. The norm is white males who feel like they losing power, going around trying to execute their power behind a fucking gun. Well, we don't know what his reasons were behind it. He could have been depressed because of, I don't want to just say he felt like he was losing power, so he shot a whole bunch of other people. You don't know what?
I ain't talking about. I'm not trying to just speak on his part, his reason. I don't fucking know, and I don't give two shits about his sanity or what the fuck the reason he did it. Be quite honest, he did it. If he did it for power, that's basically what I'm going based off of what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as majorities of the white mass shootings, it be because of sanity, and a lot of sanity for white men is coming from loss of power, or loss of feeling manhood, feeling less than a man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I ain't no expert on that neither. That's just my opinion.
We know you're not an expert. You don't have to keep saying that after everything.
Hey, I'm just letting people know so they don't be like, hey, Corey, you said this, but this ain't what it is.
Right.
This That's what it is.
Let them come back and say it. Shit, nobody cares.
Right. But yeah, man. So,
in other news,
like I said, in the whole scheme of things, what happened in Las Vegas, very tragic. You know, rest in peace and light to to the families out there.
Right.
You know.
So, 2 correctional officers.
Right, we're going right into it. So, yeah, 2 correctional officers was on the Breakfast Club.
Right, and they were talking about how the correction officers, basically they were kind of saying that they need more rights almost. They need more power in their work for them to really do the job that they need to do. They feel like they're unprepared. They feel like they don't have the tools that they need. They feel like they don't have the voice that they need. And they were really giving like the corrections officer point of view in things. So it was interesting. What do you think of it?
I thought it was I had some mixed feelings about the whole interview. It's a lot of people mad at the Breakfast Club for even taking on the interview because the narrative was behind correctional officers. And my sister was a correction officer. You knew that? My sister Zenobia, she was a correction officer.
Oh, really? When?
Oh, this was a long time ago. That's probably 5-10 years ago.
No, why'd she stop?
Oh, because she said she ain't about that life.
Corrections is intense. I said corrections is intense.
I mean, any law enforcement is going to be some kind of intense situation, but you did sign up for that position.
Very
take
true.
on that job. But at the same time,
you can sign out. Peace out.
Yeah, you can leave that job.
Yeah, thank you.
But, you know, but at the same time, when I was listening to the interview, I was listening to the guy's point of view. And this was all on the Breakfast Clubs, you know, and Angeli and Charlamagne, they gave us some, you know, not the hardest questions, like real hard-hitting questions, but they had some serious questions. But, you know, I think the whole interview as a whole didn't solve anything. I think it was a pointless interview, just giving us a point of view of what the correctional officers say they go through, which part of me thinking they were kind of like going by the script. They were kind of lying. They were scapegoating a lot of shit, a lot of bullshit. Like when Angela Yee, in the interview, Angela Yee literally brought up a situation that happened in Rikers Island where a female correctional officer was raped. And he was like, oh, we got cameras everywhere. We got cameras in cells. They don't usually happen. I never heard of that story. Like, nigga. We hear the stories what's going on in the jails. You know what I'm saying? We know what the fuck the correctional officers do. We know how the inmates get down somewhat. We don't know full scope of every fucking thing, but we got a good idea that some corruption go on. And sound like they was trying to put blame on every fucking thing else, except for what goes on within the other correction, with what the correctional officers partake in as well.
Right.
Like when they were dismissing Kalief Browder's whole story, I was like, oh man, I'm kind of done with this damn interview. What the fuck?
Right. It was kind of like, well, he did this, so that's what happens.
Like, we know, and I ain't seen the whole. We're gonna do a thorough review on the Kalief Browder story. We only seen one episode, me and you. I know I seen it. I think you said you seen at least the first one.
Yeah.
And from the first one, and from the story before the first documentary episode of the documentary came out, we knew about Kalief's story before then.
Oh yeah.
You know, Kalief Browder. We seen the video of Kalief Browder walking. They transport Kalief Browder from one cell to the next, and next thing you know, the correction officer just slams him on the ground. Right. And he wasn't even running or doing nothing. He was just walking. You know what I'm saying? We all seen that damn video clip. You know what I'm saying? So he claiming that whole situation, if he was running down the steps, we have to shut him down on the ground. He wasn't even trying to run. He was walking. Where the fuck he gonna run to?
It's almost like he was the spokesperson for corrections officers. One thing that they said that I can understand is, even though I don't totally give them a pass on this, but they don't really know who is innocent and who is guilty, and they don't know the reasons for why a lot of them are in there, or most of them are in there. So they don't really, they kind of, I guess, treat everyone like an inmate, whether that.
And that's the thing. You don't treat people. You don't treat inmates. Don't get me wrong. When you go to jail, it's not a hotel, right? They like this. That's one thing they kept saying in the interview. It's not a hotel. It's not like they going to the Ritz. They get to play PlayStation 4. They get to play this. If you treat people as human beings, they'll give you respect as another human being.
Not necessarily. Not all the time.
Hold on. Let me flush it out. Let me flush it out. Generally, that's what goes down. How you treat other people. So you got these people coming from broken homes, broken situations, maybe falsely. A lot of them. Some people are falsely accused, frustrated from the court system, locked up in jail, held on jail because they can't afford the bail, trying to get the fuck out, frustrated at the whole court system because the person they can see of authority is probably a correctional officer. You know what I'm saying? So you already got tension on top of tension on top of tension building amongst these inmates. Then you add the whole gang influence and culture, and that comes from the court system, the whole system and process. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing goes, the correction officers is not the key, the biggest problem in these jails. The whole system is fucking flawed.
Right.
That's the whole fucking thing.
At the end of the day, it's the whole system. Like, I'm not about to sit on here and come down on corrections officers, and it's really the system. Because Kalief Browder's issue was the system. Him not getting a speedy trial was the system. Him being in jail for so long, all of that was the system. Yeah, so.
And then this where it falls on the correction officer. Him being in, solitary confinement for over 9 months at a time. 2 years at a time. You don't think they're going to do something to somebody's psyche? Like, come on now. That way it falls onto the correction officer. That's where you're not treating the inmates like human beings. You're treating them as animals. You don't see him as your child or like somebody else's child. You see him as, oh, you just a criminal. You did something fucking wrong. I don't know what the fuck you did. You claim you didn't do it. I don't give a fuck. Get your ass in this damn cell and sit down and shut the fuck up. I'm fearing for my life that motherfuckers been throwing shit and piss at me all day. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole cycle of dysfunction.
Right.
And
you
know what I'm saying?
I personally don't want to make it seem like, because it's just a tough job. So I don't even want to act like it could have been, I just don't want to.
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, it's a tough job. Like, I respect the one dude who, I did some shady shit, and that's why the fuck I left. Because I can't do the shit.
I wanted to hear his story. Damn, the other man. I was like, wait a minute, so what you do? Tell me what you do.
Yeah, after he finished talking, he said that last thing. I'm like, why the interview stopping right there? We don't know what the fuck you did.
Man, what is this shady shit? Goddamn. That's what we really need to interview.
Because the other dude claiming that they don't do shit. He was thinking like, they don't do shit.
No, that's true. That is true. The other dude he made it seem like they were angels who were chosen from God.
They go follow the rule book, they follow the protocols, he just doing his job. That's how he was talking. I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, he even said Kalief Browder was on his watch. So we already know the whole story of Kalief Browder's story, and it's like, he's kind of dismissing it because, and then, I'm like, and I'm not here to bash on any correctional officer. My cousin was in prison.
We got a cousin who's an officer.
And we got a cousin who's a correctional officer. You know what I'm saying? Like, the job of trying to be part of this court system is a fucking hell. It's a terrible, stressful situation to be in, period.
Whether you're police, period.
Whether you're working in it. You know what I'm saying? It's a stressful atmosphere, period.
Because you got to deal with the system. And then you got to deal with...
That's the biggest issue right there.
The civilians, so it's a lot.
It's a lot, man. And then
I ain't built for it.
I ain't built for it, and I ain't gonna act like I'm built for it, but I am gonna still speak up for the brothers and sisters who are incarcerated, who get foul treatment. He was like kept on saying the activists, how they treat us, how the politicians treat us, and we just the middlemen and and blah blah blah. And I'm like, bruh, you acting like correctional officers don't be smuggling drugs, sleeping with inmates.
Right. He definitely made it seem like they can do no wrong.
Well, they don't do no fucking wrong. I'm like, bruh, get the fuck out of here. Okay. Right. We saw what happened to Kalief Browder. Kalief Browder was left around nothing but all opposing gang members. And it's not that this gang members, but you put people in a situation where they gonna get fucking jumped, and you don't have to let it happen because he said something slick to you or made a loud comment to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit really fucking goes on in the fucking prison. In jail. This not prison, this jail. You know what I'm saying? These people are waiting to go to jail, waiting to have trial. This shit happen in these jails. You know what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that, Kalief Browder was 16 years old, dude.
And he was super young, yeah.
He was fucking young, that was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't imagine.
Brothers out here, they go through this shit daily.
I just couldn't imagine.
Shout out to the correctional officers who actually try to get involved in the kids' lives and try to.
Right. I mean, it's definitely some. And I'm not saying even the guy who was doing the interview, he may be one of the good ones. So he may be. You know, a lot of times a person who's really good on their job, they feel like they couldn't imagine someone doing the opposite, you know, because they think they're such a good worker, and they may have some good workers, they may have a good team.
But that's still
it's delusional. but
still at the same time, that still come off as good cop, bad cop situation. Like, there's a lot of good cops out there, but the bad ones shooting black folks. You know what I'm saying? It's still one of those situations where I don't trust just one good correctional officer. You know what I'm saying? I can't put my stock in just this one good correctional officer. Of course.
I'm not putting no stock in it. I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, like, even with me, like, when I used to wait tables, like, there were times where we had just, like, a good staff, and you couldn't imagine, like, nobody on our staff would do that. We know better than that. You know what I'm saying? Just when you have pride in your co-workers, it's like, we would never do that. They do that at that other restaurant. That would never happen at our restaurant. Oh, no. Now, I think that's kind of how he is. Even though at our restaurant, it could be exactly that happening, like, right under my nose or in my face or whatever. But I think he just kind of was that person who, if it even was happening, he'll probably try to spin it because he just wouldn't want to believe that, yeah, this shit is really that bad, right under your nose or in your face.
That's what he did with Italy. He asked about the woman who got raped. He spit the shit out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you got people, already commenting on there saying, oh, that's bullshit. I was in Rikers. They ain't got no cameras every fucking way. They don't got no cameras towards the damn cell. Any fucking thing goes inside a cell. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the whole interview was skewed, and it was somewhat biased for
he was just talking too much. I wanted to hear the other guy talk. I was like, why is he even there?
He should have just shut the fuck up so he take Kalief Browder.
Right. At first, before he said what he said at the end about him doing bad stuff, and that's why he got out of the system, I was wondering, I was like, well, why is the other guy there? He's not even talking. Like, what's his purpose?
Yeah, like, what he's there for? Yeah, I would think, and why are they wearing yellow shirt? Like, what kind of co-op thing? What they trying? And they kept on asking him, well, what do you want to see happen? What do you want to see happen? What do you want to see happen? They ain't getting no real strong solution.
Well, I got what they wanted to see. They basically wanted, they want the government to give them more of a voice so they can have more of an opinion what happens in the jail. I guess they want like some type of...
They want to have more control, and some people, and I'm quoting some people, I ain't saying these are my final thoughts on it, but I kind of somewhat understand what some people are saying. Some people were saying about the interview was these guys trying to promote more brutality and harm to inmates. That's what they're saying. They want to strike more fear into these inmates so they won't get fucked with.
I mean, I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, because I don't want to sound like I'm on anybody's side, but they may need to strike some.
I'm not on anybody's side neither, but I'm on the side of
I'm on the side of justice.
Like
I'm joking.
And I'm saying the correctional officers are not people. They just as human as just as any inmate. They just as human as any person. They're as flawed as any person.
But what I'm saying is.
But at the end of the day.
But what I'm saying is, you don't think maybe they may need some more? So like I don't know, because when I found out they didn't have this.
I don't think you need to put no more harm on another person. Now the whole thing. Now if it's true that a correctional officer gets attacked by an inmate, if what he was saying about that situation, I think if an inmate put their hands on you, should have every right to beat the shit out of him.
And that's what I'm saying. Like because I didn't know correction officers. I don't know if it's corrections or correctional, but the COs. We just say COs. I didn't know they didn't have a lot of stuff.
Well, I didn't know. I know they can't carry guns because why are you going to carry a gun where an inmate could come get it? You know. Right.
And I didn't know that inmates didn't get charged or whatever when they did things to them. Like it was a lot of stuff that I kind of learned. So
well, that's the thing. That's from his perspective. We don't know the truth.
I mean,
we ain't looking at and that's in Rikers Island. That's not all inmates in all states neither.
Right.
That's in New York and in New York City, Rikers Island. Also, you gotta bear in mind, he probably not telling the whole truth because he's trying to get some kind of extra things out of the whole situation too. So we don't know what fact unless we go back and look at, okay, what are the policies?
I mean, but since we're not about to do that, we should go ahead and assume that at least most of what he's saying is true. I mean, I'm not about to go back and research.
I'm not going to assume it because he already said one thing that we kind of know about is a lie. Kalief Browder whole situation. The second thing when he was talking about the female who's I heard about that story about her getting raped and he like that shit can't really happen. That can't really happen because we already that right there just every fucking thing you were trying to tell me.
I mean, but for us to just have something to base our conversation off of.
I mean, he kind of shouted me to be based that conversation off him be telling the truth.
Right. Okay, but what I'm saying is, far as them like needing more stuff to do, like I can understand what he's saying. Because when he related it, did he relate it to teachers or did you relate it to teachers? Somebody related it to teachers and how teachers don't have the tools to do X, Y, Z. And I think you were telling me that. Mm-hmm. Somebody was telling me that. So it's like when you're in any type of government facility and you have to do everything under this rigorous system, you need the tools to do X, Y, Z. Now, I'm not saying his tool is a knife so he can cut somebody up or whatever it may be. Maybe his tool may be having more officers there. I don't know. But I don't think he was...
This is what they could have more inside the place of correctional facilities. More like when he was talking about the auto shop. I was like, okay, yeah, they shouldn't have took that out of there. Give these kids or these men some kind of trade so when they get out, they have a skill. Some kind of skill building. You dig what I'm saying? Some educational building. You dig what I'm saying? Things of that to push them further ahead. Have more counselors, prison counselors in there for the inmates. You dig what I'm saying? So they can get into the psyche and try to get them back into the motion of becoming, more proficient in society. So when they get out, they don't have to run back to the streets to crime. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The whole system is flawed.
Right, and I think his thing is...
So the real issue is not the correctional officer or the correctional officer that was on the Breakfast Club. That's really not the issue. I just found how he was talking about Kalief Browder and how he was lying about that old lady and trying to scapegoat around.
I think at the end of the day, they were up there to have a voice. They feel like they should be more involved in what happens when, not just to inmates, but just in jail. Like, the correctional officers are the people who are there all the time, and they're always making decisions without anybody's input from the correctional office staff. So his thing is, their thing is, there needs be some type of representation of a correction officer on the board. I think that's what his thing is.
And I don't dispute that neither, because they really know what's going on and in and out, because they're dealing with it every fucking day. I don't dispute that as well, but I don't want a correctional officer who's delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like shit don't be going on behind his back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody who's acting like a Kalief Browder situation. Oh, that never happened while I'm watching Kalief Browder. People just focusing on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then at the end, he was had to being in isolated confinement, solitary confinement for numerous months and years really did play a toll on his psyche and put him at risk of committing suicide, in which he evidently killed himself. To say that that's bullshit, and when your brother died and you feel offended because your brother died in jail, like what the fuck that gotta do with the man getting traumatized in jail? Like he acting like we so good. If he was with my brother with the Rikers Island, he would never got killed. Like nigga.
Right, and I understand what you're saying, and I'm not even saying that he's the correctional officer who should be on the board. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it has nothing to do with that guy, but I do understand when someone's saying from the lower levels of a company that y'all need some representation of us from the lower levels, because we really know what's going on. Like, we own the streets, we in the fight, like we out here doing everything. How y'all gonna make decisions for us without us? You see, so I can understand that. That's what
I understand that too. Yeah, that's one thing I definitely understand. I'm just speaking in the sense of the actual interview.
Right.
But as far as the scope of thing, yeah, definitely. I'm kind of shocked that there's no correctional officer that's on the board giving thoughts and ideas how to, properly. The whole system flawed, so I ain't about to say properly.
The whole system is just flawed.
The whole system is fucked up. You dig what I'm saying? We already know this.
The jail system,
the race.
Court system, the system,
just the court sentencings.
The reason they put people in jail,
like bills, like all the fucking thing is corrupted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what pissed me off about his forte in this damn interview is denial of the corruption within the correctional officers.
Right.
Amongst the parole bills, amongst the people that he works with. Maybe you're not doing the crazy shit, which I kind of somewhat doubt. I'm pretty sure he probably one of the motherfuckers that kind of just sit back and let motherfuckers get beat up down there to death in Rikers all the fucking time. And sometimes it be just genuinely out of fear that he don't want to step in and get his fucking head hit and get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you said, they don't have no backup like that. Right. It's a cycle. It's a cycle of this of dysfunction. It's a cycle of corruption. It's a cycle of insanity that is playing on a lot of people from the community, that works in the community, that lives in the community, that's been incarcerated by state or by federal, go to jail, be stuck in these situations, and then you got these people who works, who goes back to the same community that the kids or men come from, the community these people come from, and have to deal with the same shit all fucking day. That's stress on top of stress on top of stress, and that can drive anybody to be depressed, anybody to be, anybody to any kind of extreme situation. So it's a cycle of dysfunction that has to be corrected.
Right. So we're at an hour.
Hey man,
I think last words for the peoples.
Hey yo, at the end of the day, rest in peace to all the brothers, all the people that got killed in Las Vegas. Shout out to Kalief Browder and his mother who passed away. Rest in peace to that brother, and peace and light to their families. And yeah man, y'all just need to just pay attention. Just pay attention to what people saying, and let's have a conversation. Let's continue to build on these conversations. Let's build and grow as we build. So, what about you, cuz? You got anything else? Last thing you want to give out to the people?
I think the theme of tonight was just the system, from marijuana to the mass shooting in Las Vegas to the correction officers, just the system. It's all about how the system is flawed. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's flawed as fuck, man. But let's go ahead and close it out, cuz.
Make sure y'all follow us at soundcloud.com/DESHAUN DURON. We're on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Podcasts and Stitcher as the Mother South Podcast. Make sure y'all at us, at Mother's House Pod, at CORREAL Lyrics, at Colacade, and at DESHAUN DURON, at the George Pat, and thegeorgepatson.com too.
Yes. So thank y'all for listening. until next time, till next week, same time, we'll hit y'all up. Thank y'all for listening. Peace, love, and light to you all, and y'all be blessed. Peace.